What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Vienna TV News.
Well, the thing is this. I think instead of having Quad on her vision board, she should have had, some eggs and some babies. So I do agree with that.
Now, Carlos King is a grown man, and he's responsible for his actions and for what he just said. I'm not excusing him at all. But Carlos was so comfortable saying that because he knew the woman that is next to him, she's been so low and so disgusting towards Lateasha, and that she wasn't going to check him or say anything. So that made him comfortable. She's so far gone in her hate that she couldn't even catch herself and say, okay, now wait a minute now, Carlos. Yes, Lateasha and I might have our, little back and forth or whatever, but I'm a woman first, and don't do that. Nope. She sat there and co-signed him. She wouldn't say, oh, no, Carlos, you can't say that. As a woman, you don't know what she's going through because Heavenly been so reckless at the mouth. And before the people who saw some clips and jumping on the bandwagon, Heavenly been talking about Lateasha issues way before any Instagram live happened last night. Way before Lateasha said anything about her mother. That doesn't mean I'm excusing what she said. She knew what she said was also low because she was matching heavenly energy. And when she went on her own Instagram live last night, well, you might get this another day, so it's not last night anymore. But when she went on her own Instagram live on Sunday, she did apologize, something that heavenly have yet to do. She is still on her platform going to hell and below the belt when she's been doing this way before anything was said. And now she's using this moment as an excuse to be the complete opposite of her name because she's the furthest thing from heavenly based on the things that were leaving her mouth on her platform. For those of you who are not aware, here's a clip of Dr.G ex-wife, Quad, bringing Lateasha issues that she's having up. Let's run it back way before any Instagram live happened on Sunday.
But I did hear something about some fibroids. Now, is that a new discovery, or was that something that was already known?
Well, I think when we initially met at the hoedown, there was a discussion about a referral to a specialist, and there was a heated discussion.
Who had a heated discussion? I wasn't.
It really was. Now, y'all want to chime me in because the little girl, you know what? I'm not even doing this no more with y'all. But that girl Ben knew she had them problems. I'm telling you, because initially Jackie was seeing her or was going to see her. So it was just this big mix up, and it was a lot of things that were said that were not true. And that's why the blow up happened. But we got to save some of these things for the reunion. Okay? So it's a lot going on, you know what I mean? So I know people promise certain things, but I'm trying to move on to something else.
Quit talking so much.
I'm moving on to something else, Jackie. Can I move on?
Child, Dr. Jackie trying to save the day, telling her to shut up and stop talking about that woman. Like, she just have no sense. Like, you are a grown, you know better. You're a grown woman. And the only reason why this clip isn't as bad is because her friend was there to tell her, be quiet. But if you go on her YouTube platform and watch her older videos with Carlos from the beginning of the season, you will hear her say words and say everything she said on that Instagram live. So once again, I'm being repetitive, but miss me with this whole act. She said my mother and my DC's mother, so now I'm going to go. Girl, you've been going low the entire season. I didn't see no backlash and uproar when Lateasha was minding her business and Heavenly was on her platform talking. I didn't see no backlash about this Instagram live questioning why is the ex-wife even questioning the new wife and all of that. I didn't see no backlash. Oh, but now that Lateasha says something to the woman who couldn't stop saying your mama this, your mama that to Mariah on that show. And Mariah used to say that she was projecting because we all heard, her story and all. I'm not going to get into that. But it's like, why you keep coming for my mom? Also, now you are sensitive that someone is bringing your mama? But exactly. But the thing is, Lateasha is not that person. And that's the reason why she was still able to go on her platform and say, you know what? Heavenly was nasty. And yes, I had every right to match her energy, but I still apologize for bringing up her mom, even though I had every right to respond the way that I responded. Okay? And the same thing here. I would never go into what she said on Married to Medicine about her upbringing and all of that, because that's not my style. I don't hit below the belt. It is never that deep. I don't know these people personally. I'm just doing a review. Okay? And that's why Lateasha apologized. Also, you heard her in that Instagram live I played where she said, little girl, in a condescending way. You want to keep calling this grown woman a little girl, and then when she responds, okay, grandma, now she mentioned my age. That's the hypocrisy I'm talking about. And it's because of that hypocrisy, that's the reason why a lot of things been sliding for years. Heavenly been talking reckless, and people rock with Heavenly, and so they laugh it off. It didn't go viral. Nobody cared. It's not a backlash. But Quad now have supporters because she's been on the show for a long time. So she have, her squad. And now her ex-husband, new wife is here. Absolutely not in their eyes. How dare you send Quad home from a trip and then his new wife? Absolutely not. We're going to attack her. So now let's jump on this bandwagon. Oh, Heavenly have every right to say what she said because she brought up her mother. I'm just showing you all proof. Heavenly been dragging and coming for this woman for weeks, looking for action and a reaction from her. Why? Because everybody that's left on the show knows her MO, that knows exactly what she does and who she is. So she doesn't have no more drama. Okay? She wanted Lateasha versus Quad, the ex-wife versus the new wife. Lateasha did not give her or the network what they were looking for. Quad crashed her bachelorette party. She showed Quad grace. She was nice. She was kind. She was polite. And because Lateasha did not give them the drama they were looking for, now, oh my gosh, her vision board is Quad. She wants Quad life. She's a groupie. She's this. She's that. Because she didn't give ya the drama. Because had she reacted the way you all wanted, then it would have been she's insecure. And she would have been called every name. So it's like, what is it that you all want? Because she didn't give you that reaction, now she's a groupie. You know what I'm saying? So now Heavenly is like, well, since my plan failed with Lateasha versus Quad, let me go after her. Since I don't have a storyline left, there's only so many things I can do when my daughter come down from college, okay? I need to bring something else to the show. And those moments are beautiful. So don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, what else is there if she's away in college and her other kids are away and you can't talk about your husband? What else is there? Let me attack Lateasha. Lateasha, please give me the attention I'm desperately looking for. And Lateasha paid her dust, okay? Until you cannot continue to sun me and call me a little girl in a condescending way. And now when I return a favor and call you a grandma, now I'm wrong. You can't continue to talk about something you know nothing about as a woman, and then when I respond, now I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's get back to Carlos. I want you to hear all of these things Carlos have made up in his mind, all because Lateasha did not give them what they are used to. Instead, she chose to be nice to Quad and to be kind to Quad. Now she's a groupie. And this man had the nerve to say Dr.Simone head is all up Dr. Jackie, you know what, behind. But Carlos, take yours out of Quad's. Listen to him coming for Lateasha. Let me quickly say he was responding after Heavenly went below the gutter again. But that's going to be a separate video. So this was his response after Heavenly repeated everything she said on that Instagram live, which you can watch by clicking the links in the description below. I have part 1 and part 2 in there. But it was beyond disgusting. But since we're focused on Carlos because his name is in the title, let's get into what he had to say.
Well, the thing is this. I think instead of having Quad on her vision board, she should have had, some eggs and some babies. So I do agree with that. But the thing with Sweet Tea that I think we're realizing is, and I've said this since day one, I clocked it day one. I don't dislike Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea, hi, happy birthday. I don't dislike Sweet Tea. But I like women who are honest about who they are. I think if Sweet Tea would have said, I watched the show, I'm a fan of Quad, I had her on my vision board, and I wanted Dr.G, I slid in his DMs, and I put baby emojis, you were applying for a job. And the job that you were applying for was replacing Quad's home. The job you were applying for was being in Quad's home with the Good Times cabinets and the Jefferson's floor and the Mons Maybelline dishes. That's what you were attempting to do. And because Dr. G is an older gentleman who saw this sweet young thing wanting him and saying to him, I will give you a baby because that's the one thing this man desired, she played him. She played him, allegedly. And the thing with Sweet Tea that is interesting, there is something in the Kool-Aid that isn't all the way sweet, because I think Sweet Tea is giving off
sweet and slow. Somebody
I'm not going to say that.
I said it, sweet and slow.
I'm not going to say that.
I'm saying it, not you.
Okay.
Sweet and slow.
Yes, it's something's not all the way clean in the story that Sweet Tea is saying. And I'm going to tell you when Sweet Tea revealed to me that I was right from episode 1, when I call her Thirst Tea. When she saw Quad walk in that room and she fanned out.
She did.
That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see was the fact that you saw this woman who's on the mantle of your dreams. You saw the woman who you were writing about and journaling about. She's in your diary. She's on your vision board. She is taped in your car in the glove compartment. She is somebody that is picture framed on your desktop. Quad is your wallpaper. Quad is your screensaver. And you wanted her life. And the moment you got to Dr. G and you promised him a baby because you put baby emojis in the DMs, you played this man, in my opinion, based on the sheer facts. So that's my thing with her.
But yet, Dr. Simone is the one who needs to pull her head out of Dr. Jackie behind. You just sat here and made all this up and describe Quad as if she's God. My goodness, this woman that has served this country and is currently working for the government.
I am a program coordinator. Since I moved to Atlanta about a year and a half ago, I've been working as a program coordinator. I've been doing that for a private entity for the government. I used to be a pharmacy tech in the Air Force Reserves, and then I went on active duty for a year, and I worked for the intelligence community for a while, too, before moving to Atlanta. And I just was ready to settle on down. I had these babies. Baked them biscuits. I was like, oh, got him. Damn, I'm feeling like a little baby emoji because I was ready for a family.
She never came in this man's life saying, okay, hit the jackpot. let me quit. She works. She has a full-time job. She's not a kept woman. Even if she was, and that's what her husband wanted to do, that's their business. But she's working. And you just sat here and behave like she's worthless and she's nothing. And Quad is this God that she wants her life and she worships and all of that. And not an ounce of you touch. Maybe, just maybe, I should chill a little bit, because even though I'm simply giving my opinion and my assessment, I do not know this woman to go in like this. But yet, Dr. Simone called you a blogger on Watch What Happens Live, and that's where you drew the line, and you made not one but 2 videos going in, Dr. Simone, going as far as saying, making it a black and a white thing, okay? So let's get into that part of the video. Now, most of you are aware that when Quad was on his show, she said this about Dr. Simone.
I do want to add something else. I actually even had a conversation with Simone off camera. You know, I said, listen, I want to sit down with you. I want to talk to you. And we met over at CNS, the one right here, over in Sandy Springs. And I said, Simone, what have I done to you? Just tell me. I said, go back over the entire 10 years. You don't have to, hurry up and vomit something up. I don't want that. I want the truth. Because if I done something to you, I want to correct it. I want to correct it. And that was last year, I think, before we even went to the reunion. And she stopped for a moment. And we were having a great dinner, by the way. She had a couple cocktails. I had a couple cocktails. I think some oysters was on the table, too. We had a great time. It was like old times. And she literally said to me, you've not done anything to me. And I said, hold on. Really think about it. Whatever, anything that you can think of it. Tell me now. And she said, no, you've not done anything to me. She said, I go against you because I don't want Toya to be mad at me. Straight like that.
So on Watch What Happens Live, Dr. Simone was asked, how is your relationship with Quad now? Okay, currently. She said, well, Quad sent me a beautiful holiday message to my family. Okay, me and my family and all of that. But I ignored it. I did not respond, because if you're going to go, okay, to bloggers and do interviews and basically lie on me and give them inaccurate information, don't send me a private message being all nice and sweet, but publicly dog me out. In summary, basically, because this whole issue was Quad feels like, hey, when other people's marriages were going through it, I was there for them. And when it came, down to y'all supporting me, you all didn't. And that's when Simone went on her platform and she posted this clip right here from the show, reminding Quad, girl, we were there for you. Here's me, Toya, and Jackie trying to be there for you. And you are hugging Toya. And then after that, she posted this caption right here.
Just don't want to talk about what's being said in the blogs. I know what I'm going through. Trust me, I'm going through it. It's me. This is your big sister saying, I want to be there for you.
So Simone is like, right on film, we were there for you. We supported you. Look at the Jackie excitement, the fact that you finally let your walls down and allowed Toya to give you a hug. She's so excited and all of that. This is the sister. If you know, you claim that we never, provided you, but we did. And she captioned her post, just a little reminder for you to hear. We have been together 10 years and have real feelings for each other, despite the narrative pushed by one. Hashtag married to mad. Hashtag don't come for me. Oh, okay, Kenya Moore.
It's my line is, honey, don't come for me unless I send for you. That's the only killing for that. Yes. For her.
Hashtag fake friends. Ooh. Hashtag reunion coming soon. Hashtag island girl. Okay.
So after Dr. Simone called him a blogger, here's Carlos responding.
Dr. Simone, you can say whatever you want to get some attention, baby, because you're not getting any attention on that show. Okay? So you can call me what you want. Your show, you're not getting no attention on the show. You're an OG. Okay? No one talks about Dr. Simone and Married to Medicine. No one. No one. No one cares about anything Dr. Simone has to say. Nobody cares what you have to scream on your own show, child. So you calling me a blogger is not offensive to me, baby. I'm not offended by that. I'm a journalist.
I work for Dish Nation. I am in the world of journalism. So my word
now she's
needs to be...
Journalism is...
So you're downplaying my job?
All jokes aside, Carlos did go to school for journalism, so I'm not going to even disrespect him like that. But I couldn't avoid playing that Portia clip because it's hilarious, especially Todd's reaction. But let's get back into what Carlos had to say.
You can call me a blogger. You can call me whatever you want to, Dr. Simone, but you won't call me boring. That's what you won't call me, baby. And that's the reason why Married to Medicine was a chop this episode, because maybe Dr. Simone, if you get off of Dr. Jackie's ass, you can really see how your show sucks without Quad.
The hypocrisy. The way how this man has placed Quad on this pedestal and what he just did to Lateasha. But yet, like I said, Dr. Simone is the one that have a head in Dr. Jackie. You know what? Pull yours or the Quads, like I said. Anyways, let's continue.
But that's okay. You can call me what you want, Simone, but you won't call me boring. Because no one cares what Dr. Simone has to say, and I love you, and I love Cecil, and I love the kids. Okay? Bye, Dr. Simone. Now I gave you something to talk about because no one else is talking about your storyline and the apartments that you have, honey, on your portfolio.
So let's get right into it. So you're a blogger.
I mean, look, I'm a blogger, I'm a journalist, I'm an executive producer. So look, all jokes aside, I want to go back to, they said my DoorDash and I had my dinner. I love you guys. But all jokes aside, Dr. Heavenly, I watched what Dr. Simone said about me. She was asked about Quad's interview with me. And she said she's not speaking to Quad right now because she's doing blogger interviews, right? So she said it once and I was like, okay, whatever, like it's all good. And then she was asked again about it and she said Quad doing that blogger interview. And then for me, it was like, I don't know what issue Dr. Simone has with me.
I'm going to let Carlos finish, but I'm going to insert something I said in that video that I did on Quad when she said whatever she said about Dr. Simone. I said this in that video.
The fact that Carlos used to work for the Real Housewives of Atlanta and he's no longer there and now he's doing his own thing, you know, we shall see if Bravo is even going to want to associate or touch anything with Carlos' name on it, depending on how their departure happened, because I'm looking forward to Dr. Simone's response during the reunion, but I doubt it. So they might find a creative way to bring certain things up without playing the actual clip.
So that could be it right there. So while Carlos is going on these different, rants and all of that, that could be it. I'm in the presence of Andy Cohen. I don't know how your relationship ended. You say ended on good terms and you chose to leave. There's rumors out there that you got fired. I'm not trying to get in trouble and lose my job by mentioning your name. So I'm just going to say bloggers or a blogger and leave it there. And it probably wasn't even that deep. Exactly what I said over a week ago. And I just think that's what happened. They're going to find a creative way to say it without mentioning his name. And I think that's what's happening here. But let's continue to listen to Carlos.
I have never once, and you tell me if I'm wrong, Dr. Heavenly, I never once said anything crazy about Dr. Simone. And what's unfortunate to me is this. Don't try to discredit my work. You know, if I was a blogger, I would be a blogger because there's nothing wrong with being a blogger. But just like she's a doctor that went to medical school for 4 years, I don't call her Simone. I call her Dr. Simone. I don't refer to Jackie as Jackie. I refer to her as Dr. Jackie. Me and you are friends and you're my dentist. I never call you by your first. I call you Dr. Heavily because you work too hard to earn that degree for me to discredit you by saying, girl, reality star, or girl, this. You're more than that. So for her to say that was foul, I thought it was very immature of her.
But yet, a woman who served in the military and currently works for the government and have her own life and her own situation going on is being reduced to quad groupie. Now you see how it feels when people prejudge you or there's misinterpretation out there. Now you see how it feels when you sit on your platform and say all of these things about people, and to you, I'm just giving my opinion. Don't be mad at me. But then Dr. Simone gave her opinion, and you're here giving a speech. So if you are this hurt over her calling you a blogger, imagine what you did to Lateasha by saying instead of putting quad on your vision board, you should have put eggs. Imagine how that comment is going to affect a woman who wants kids. A woman who you sat on your platform and insinuated that she lied to her husband. Wow. The hypocrisy. And if you watch the episode and you heard her conversation with her husband, he was so pleasant. He was so positive. Yes, absolutely. I want children, but I love my wife. Okay? It's beyond she's just here to give me kids. I love her. We will get through this. They said 50%. That means we have another 50% chance, and I'm being positive. And then there's all of these comments of women who heard the same news, but they have 3, 4, 5 kids. So they will be fine. But you could tell from that conversation, this is a man that already knew all of this. Okay?
Yeah, I'm definitely not a pushover. You are beautiful and young, and then she's jealous. I'm sorry that you had to trap your husband to get yours. I ain't have trapped mine. I ain't get pregnant. Even right before we got married, I had endometriosis and was stage 4 and was told could possibly have trouble having a baby and still got married.
One thing about me, I will always come with the receipts and facts. So that's my point. The man knew before they got married, and he still married her. Yes, I want a kid. Yes, I want kids, but I love the woman. She's not just here as a vessel to carry my kids and then have a nice life. I love her, and that's why I put a ring on it. It's beyond just having a kid. So when you all sit on your platform, hey, Harry Carlos, and you lied to this man, like this man is a kid, like he wasn't aware she was going through all of this before a wedding. He could have walked away before the wedding, but he didn't. But yet you want to get mad at Dr. Simone? Wow. And that's why we have to be careful how we comfort people, how we talk about people, because you never know what people are going through and how you might trigger something based on what you say or said. And that's the reason why you would never, ever see me being so quick to jump on a bandwagon or react, because I actually have the receipts, do my research and all of that. I posted our Instagram live about 2 months ago. That's how long Heavenly been dragging this woman unprovoked. That's how long Heavenly been talking about her medical issues, that she even had to hop on Instagram live after BravoCon and clap back at Heavenly. So when you see one Instagram live and then you want to jump on the bandwagon, well, she came for Heavenly first. No, she did not.
Heavenly keeps calling her a little girl. Heavenly keeps saying her husband is a grandpa. So then she responded, well, you are a grandma since you are closer to his age, and stop calling me a little girl. Since you want to keep calling me a little girl, then you are a grandma. Stop saying my husband is better suited with my mother. Helen said that on that Instagram live. You don't get to say your mama all the time, and then when I respond, now I'm wrong. But even with all of that, Lateasha still apologized for talking about her mom, even though Heavenly kept bringing up her mother. And from history, like I stated, you all know she kept bringing up Mariah's mother, and Mariah had to tell her, you have to stop. So my point is, none of this is new. She's been desperately seeking a response from Lateasha. So to now pretend and hide behind, she mentioned my mother, so now I'm going to hell. Stop being a liar. You've been going to hell way before that Instagram live. And that's all I'm saying. Now I'm going to be quiet and allow the rest of what Carlos had to say to play. Yes, I did see Quad's statement, but this video is already over 30 minutes long, so I will come back with a second video on what Quad had to say, basically denying Heavenly desperate attempt to win an argument, claiming that Quad been in communication with Lateasha's husband when it's all a lie. I knew that, and that's why I didn't even focus on that, but that will be in the next video. Let's get back to Carlos.
I thought it was very immature of her because it shouldn't. Your issue with Quad is your issue with Quad. It has nothing to do with me. I never say anything crazy about Dr.Simone. And if you want to know who I am the CEO of Kingdom Reign Entertainment, a multi-million-dollar production company that has shows that I created called Love and Marriage Huntsville, DC, Detroit Bell Collective, The Encore, and the list goes on and on. I am a podcast host. I am an award-winning journalist. I'm an award-winning podcast host. I own everything I do. And for you to try to say a name to weaponize me, to me, it was weird to me. Because of bloggers, we have hit shows. Our shows are hit because bloggers talk about them. I have a podcast where I invite bloggers on my podcast because I want them to get the same credit that they deserve for making my shows hot. Don't disrespect bloggers. And what it sounded to me, Heavenly, and I want to be real with you, Dr. Heavenly, it's sort of like this elitism that is happening where because you're a doctor, you feel like you're better than other people. For you to call this Black man who hires more Black people that has come through your office, that was your way of trying to discredit me and diminish me. And you would not do that to a white person. So for you to call up this Black man, is the people you talk to in your interviews a blogger? No.
Listen, honestly, I didn't see what she said. I didn't know anything about it. I saw a tweet or something saying you said something about blogger. I know Simone. To me, Carlos, I'd be thinking, I don't think she meant any harm.
She said it twice. She doesn't. You gotta watch it.
I can't really even speak on it.
I know you gotta, because I thought the same thing. Because some people did say she wasn't being shady. So I watched it because I said, let me give her a benefit of the doubt. She said it twice. You know who I am. I'm the face of Black reality television when it comes to production. I'm the person who got you mad because Quad did my interview. I'm the person in your group chat with your coworkers that was fired up about my interview with Quad. I'm that person. I'm not a blogger. So, and again, there's nothing wrong with being a blogger. Don't discredit people who make our shows hot. If it wasn't for the bloggers, our shows would not trend. And let's be clear, the only reason why people are talking about Married to Medicine this season is because of this blogger and because of Dr. Heavenly. So put some respect on my name.
Okay, well, all right. He had to get it out, y'all. We let him get it out. He ain't no blogger. I'm a blogger. I don't care if you call me blogger. I've been called worse. Y'all done said my mama. So, I mean, I think that's pretty light compared to, but I ain't even going to go on a rant because I already know what I'm dealing with. But I'm glad you got it out there. Now, I'm the first to tell you I apologize to you for my castmate, saying that you're much more than a blogger.
It's all good.
You know that you're not. You know that you are.
Oh, it's all good.
So it's all good. So
I love you, and I love you, Dr. Simone. and I will always address you as such. You are a talented, educated, beautiful Black woman with beautiful boys and a handsome husband, and I'm so proud of your accomplishments, and I'm a fan of the show. I'm a fan of everything you guys do. Now, that's how I feel.
And I know you're a Quad fan. We made that very clear.
I am. I'm a Quad fan, and after seeing what Dr. Simone said about Quad on Watch What Happens Live, how she reached out to you guys with a holiday text, and she said, I ignored it because she watched my interview. You are a 40-plus-year-old woman with a degree. Why can't you respond and say happy holidays to you as well? And if you're going to replace Quad, and if that's what y'all want to do, Dr. Alicia, Sweet Tea, and Phaedra Parks ain't it.
But I think that, okay, I mean, and that's your opinion, and we're going to keep moving because you ain't going to never change your opinion. I do think the show can continue without Quad. I'm going to need you to get out of Quad ass just for a little minute.
The only right thing to leave her mouth, okay? So while you're talking about Dr. Simone being up, Dr. Jackie, you know what? Well, Heavenly just told you what to do when it comes to Quad. Lastly, the reason why Heavenly gets so triggered when her mother is mentioned, even though she's a hypocrite and she keeps bringing up other people's mothers, is because of the story she told on Married to Medicine. I'm not going to repeat. If you all have seen the show, then you know what she said. She did not have the best relationship with her mother. Also, she's not currently talking to her sister, like she said on the live last night, okay?
The sister that I don't speak to, whip your sister ass, okay?
So she projects, and that's it. She is simply projecting. And my point, she's not talking to her sister, but she's going to have that sister beat up Lateasha's sister, who they have a close relationship, and that bothers Heavenly. It's simply projecting. But like I said, even with all of the nasty things Heavenly said to Lateasha, Lateasha still apologized about talking about her mom, even though Heavenly talked about her mother as well, okay? But Lateasha realized, you know what, 2 wrongs doesn't make it right, so I'm going to be the bigger person and say I'm sorry, even though I'm justified. I'm still going to say I'm sorry because that comment was too far. But yet, Heavenly said this.
My mama got a better chance of having a baby than she do. In hell. That's all I got to say.
And for the people who are saying, well, Lateasha shouldn't have said for Heavenly to go to hell, and that's where her mother is. So Heavenly is justified. Did Lateasha randomly say that? Or did Lateasha respond when Heavenly told her to go to hell and told her that she can't have kids and she have 3? That's when she responded, your mama there, okay? And even though that was low, you can't justify Heavenly saying that her mother has a better chance to have kids than Lateasha, but then drag Lateasha for saying that's where her mother is. And even though we can see the wrong in it, Lateasha was still able to go on her platform and apologize, because in as much as I'm upset, that's not who I am, and I'm not going to go that low, but I did go that low because she hurt me, and I'm woman enough to say, I'm sorry. Something Heavenly cannot do. And I applaud Lateasha for doing that, because you all know how I rock on this channel. I do my best to keep it balanced and positive. I don't hit below the belt. I don't do any of that. So even when she said that, I was like, oh my goodness, that was low. And I'm glad that she apologized for that comment. And for those of you who missed that video and Instagram live of Lateasha apology, I have also linked it in a description below. I'm not inserting it in here because this video is already super long, and I already talked about this in that Instagram live that Lateasha did. So go ahead and check that out. But to be on Twitter everywhere right now, pretending like you're going this low because of what she said, stop lying, because you've been going low, as all of the proof I have provided in this video way before any Instagram live happened. Anyways, I have so much more to talk about because Quad, is clapping back. And Heavenly said a lot more on that live last night that I also want to talk about. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. Oh, and if this video disappeared, that just means I said too much, okay? And Carlos and Heavenly, because I use their content to make my point by inserting certain things they say, it's their content. They have every right to put a copyright strike on my channel because that's their content. So if this video disappears, then that's the reason why. If not, it will be up for you all to continue to watch it. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.